I can see right now the mid laners in here just having a very important role to play. We know that mid lane might not be the most important lane right now at this moment of the game because of the damage they can deal, but the rotations are going to be critical. Well, this is going to be our first game of the day. We're going to have KAGENDRA on the blue side, and we're going to have Tema Haq on the red side.
All right, so we start off with the usual here once again. If you have not attended the event, Jakarta Assemble, in the game as well, you can actually vote for your teams and get some amazing rewards by making sure that you add on, support your team in the game as well. All you have to do is to claim those different points. It will be popped up on the right-hand side of the screen.
KAGENDRA with a very clear opening right over here, right? They can take the Fire Hawk, and right now the initiation over here, like the 3-man rotation, and they will be able to just cut in that one more resource.
Yep, so it actually slows down the farm of Lola. Nono was the one that actually got that camp. Now Zan is going to make sure that he gets his own, so this is going to be a slight advantage going to the side of KAGENDRA. A nice start for now. No big action, no rush.
Look at that. The rotations from Tema Haq just showed you that they do have that communication. They do have that synergy. They know that they need to help the Flowborn to very quickly start to farm. So the 3-people rotation helping him clean up the jungle, it's a very big tactic.
That's true, because if Vi is unable to tank, then they don't really have that survivability that they need on side of Tema Haq. At the same time, KAGENDRA, you know that they see this open, right? So they're going for the pokes down here, but it's not looking good for Lola. The heals will come in from Nono for the time being. But KAGENDRA, looks like this farm lane is going very well in their favor.
Yeah, we said that the channel was going to have the opportunity, right? Well, before we keep going on with the game, remember the CD key for today is going to be Sunblaze. Sunblaze, if you want those 50 Dragon Crystals, please go in there and then use Sunblaze as the first CD key. Our second one is going to be Flare Up. Flare Up is going to be our second CD key. If you want to join the game, go in and get that 1,000 spirits.
Yes, very important. Get the rewards as well, right? Honor Pass, we have so many things in store for the Honor Pass, so you definitely need to get your rewards here with the extra 1,000 EXP. Now, I want to put some focus onto this playstyle by KAGENDRA. They have left the Clash Laners alone and put a lot of pressure onto Lola. This tells me that KAGENDRA puts a lot of faith that Saule is going to win that 1v1.
Well, Saule can win. If he cannot win it, he can still stall, right? And that's going to be still a win for them. He does not even need to win that matchup. He just needs to keep Guan Yu over there. As long as Solid with the Dharma can keep Guan Yu there and do 4v4, it is a lot better for KAGENDRA than it could be for Tema Haq.
I like this time here. 3 minutes in. This is the time you want to force the flashes or the common spells out of your opponents. So Tema Haq here, Lola needs to know that something is going on because there's no one else showing on the side of KAGENDRA.
Exactly. If you paid attention to Senku with that Machine, I know he was just waiting for the right angle, but the opportunity just completely disappeared. Now it's going to be a 4 against 2 right over here, Ken.
It's going to be first blood going to the side of Tema Haq though, and they will get the punish. So KAGENDRA, they get the better of this exchange. Lola going to fall. Once your farm laner falls as a Parasola, this is not good news. KAGENDRA win big.
Yeah, KAGENDRA wins big. It's a 2-1 trade for them. Even though Tema Haq just took that first blood, but at the same time, KAGENDRA responded with a double kill in there. Now, that puts them in the moment of the 4 minutes. The Fade makes the rotation. Immediately, Facer is going to take this star for his team.
I mean, this is why you pick him, right? He is essentially a soft guarantee you get all these neutral objectives. As long as Facer does not fall when he uses his ultimate, it is a guaranteed take for the side of KAGENDRA.
Tema Haq right now a little bit the back foot. It's going to be already a 1,000 gold advantage for Team KAGENDRA. So Tema Haq, on the other hand, they need to start thinking about just starting to make some moves. Look at how the Guan Yu has already been released from the Clash lane. The E scene is going to set the board, but nothing that they can do to capitalize out of that all.
I think KAGENDRA definitely have learned from yesterday, right? They make this very conscious choice, allowing Zan as well as Lu to take a little bit of risk. But in exchange, they take the T1 at the top, and right now they secure themselves over 1,000 worth of gold.
Well, right now, we can see that KAGENDRA has control over the waves, and they start just putting pressure over here to the mid lane. It's taking almost 50%. Look at that kill.
Yeah, but it's not going to look good at this point. They will try for the run and buy. The tank for the team will take a fall. T1 as well. KAGENDRA looks so strong.
5 minutes losing your mid lane turret. That is bad news for Tema Haq. That is not a trade that they wanted to do. They were extremely focused over there on the bottom lane, but then after that, losing their mid lane turret, that is going to be bad news for them.
It is definitely not good news at all. And bear in mind that the anti-heal properties have already started set in for both sides. KAGENDRA Senko already has the Venomous Staff. This is going to aid in that dwindling of healing from the side of Nono on this idea.
We're moving into 6 minutes of the game right now. KAGENDRA's just showing that they have a better preparation. We were wondering if Tema Haq was ready for this contest. And in these first 6 minutes, we have not yet been able to see them just actually taking control of the game. Do you think that is the nerves that are kicking in, or what is going on right now?
I think it's really just the nerves at this point, right? But now with the gold advantage going very strongly to the side of KAGENDRA, we were asking before, right? As a team composition on KAGENDRA, do they have enough tankiness? Looks like this hybrid build by the side of FaZe with the Frostguard Embrace is going to provide a lot of value. Not only does he get that insane amount of defense, he also has extra frost damage coming in every time he uses a skill.
Extra frost damage and the slowdown that's going to deal. It's going to look really good for FaZe as the time and the clock just keeps passing. Look at the rotations here coming in from KAGENDRA. They have vision and they have information on the whole location of all the Tema Haq members. Senku waiting in there in the brush. He's setting up for the Kashusen.
Yep, nice knock-up with the passive activated as well. Can they get the finish on the job here? Killing spree for the side of FaZe. They're looking for more. The T2 is up, but they don't care. KAGENDRA, here comes the save though from the side of John. He could change the entire game here with that catch itself. For now, nobody falls on the side of KAGENDRA, and it's looking like IKL will dominate 6-1. T2 as the next reward for KAGENDRA.
KAGENDRA coming in, dealing damage, and they mean business. They thought that they could have the movement around. Tema Haq did not know that Senku was waiting in the brush just to initiate this horrendous battle for them.
Totally caught off guard, right? So, Isaac, let's break down this pass fight.
Look at that, just the Kachusen comes in and then Mai Shiranui in the exact perfect moment. Man's box comes in a little bit too late. It's not going to be enough. The Guan Yu comes in to try to help out, but it was FaZe just dealing damage. Nothing that anyone could have done against that.
Yep, the biggest issue was the fact that Zhang was just left all alone. They had to deal with the other members.
Yeah.
FaZe, this hybrid build is working wonders for the side of KAGENDRA.
8 minutes of the game right now, we can see that the minion waves are going to start clashing in. The pressure is right now going to turn into the high ground. The high ground is going to be the next objective. KAGENDRA is right now completely in control of the game, cleaning up the waves, and right now the high ground turret is going to be the next objective.
Alright, this is a defensive ball from the side of Man. But, you know, KAGENDRA has already done the tough work. John, he is left in no man's land. He's running away. He's trying to run away for his life, but it's not going to happen. A killing spree for the side of Senko as KAGENDRA adds on to the pain for Tema Haq.
John tried to come around and he was spotted by FaZe. FaZe is going to take that 1v1, knowing that with his build right now, there's no way that one you could have run away. Completely slowed down. It looked like he was moving in slow motion.
Yeah, I like this build from the side of FaZe, right? Not only does he have the anti-heal properties from the Grazing Cape, he also has the extra damage from the Frostguard Embrace. So he is tanky, he does have damage, and right now, Tema Haq, because they're about, what, 7,000 gold behind, this is not ideal. They have to try and drag the game.
Drag the game? Can they even drag this? Can they protect their high ground turrets over here with this minion wave? The first one is going to clash against the mid lane, and there is nothing that they can do. As we can see, the turret just going 50% HP.
Yeah, right now, if you take a look at what Man is doing on the Yixing as the board master, he's trying to land those balls to make sure that they get the catch and potentially win that team fight. But right now, it's just a defensive option. There is no aggression behind it.
No, there's nothing that they can do right now. We're gonna have 3 more seconds until the Overlord and the Tyrant are going to be enhanced. Right now, cannons are gonna come in. Team Haq needs to pray to try to get something out of this. But KAGENDRA's gonna respond with a double dragon attack.
Yeah, this is what I love about pro plays, right? Especially when you get the double objective pick. This is a finishing blow that most teams will find success in. Now, Team Haq, John, he does not want to show himself at this point.
No. Like showing up right over there in a 1v2. What is he thinking about? There's nothing that he can actually do against it. And that's the problem, right? Because right now, the problem about this is that the Guan Yu in here is gonna be of very few health for them to actually be able to protect their high ground turrets. One of them is going to fall, the next one is going to follow as well, and it's going to be only the Clash Lane turret that is going to survive.
And you talked about this long-range poke that KAGENDRA has, right? They're putting it to full use at this point. Now, John is going to try his best to cut the waves, but that's where Saule comes in, right? He already catches eyes onto John. He doesn't have to commit anything. He has this full kit. It's all about just making sure he does not come back for the 5v5. Right now, KAGENDRA looking for an opening.
Looking for an opening right now. The problem is that Guan Yu is coming in from behind. He jumps in, but it's not going to be enough, Kin.
Yep, it's not going to be enough. They do get 1 kill, but man falls in return as well. Zan, there is not enough damage for the time being, but KAGENDRA, if they get a nice setup from the side of the team, it's going to be success. Game number 1 could go into the hands, but the pushback from Team Haq is going to be successful for the time being. KAGENDRA needs a little bit more time.
It's still more bangers coming in from the mid lane and from the bottom lane, as well as the fight goes one more time.
Yep, they lock the members on the side of KAGENDRA, and Saule is the first to fall. Zan is going to be coming up in the next 5 seconds. KAGENDRA feels the risk is too much. They will back off.
Losing Zan so early right over there in that high ground attack, it was the reason why right now Team Haq is still alive. The problem of losing the channel is that you lose a little bit of the damage and then you're just going in with melee attacks. Well, right now Team Haq, they were able to survive that double dragon. Let's see what KAGENDRA wants to do right now. They have full control over the resources, but do they want to push or do they want to wait for the next Overlord?
I think it's safer to get that secondary Overlord, especially if it's Shadow Overlord. But right now, John, not the same yet. Zan gets the finishing blow onto him. As Team Haq now find themselves in a 4v5. The flank is coming from the side of phase 2. Jumps, leaps through the walls, looking for the opening. Just a bait at this point. With the ball being laid down as well, they can't find an opening. KAGENDRA see a chance. They want to get the finish. Zan will be the one to make that happen. As Team Haq get completely destroyed. Nice catch by the side of Saule as well. And this is looking like game number 1 goes to IKL's past champions, KAGENDRA.
The triple kill is going to seal the deal, and this is going to be KAGENDRA taking the victory. Congratulations to them.